What's up, team? Making a quick video about the P90X3 Extreme Fitness Accelerated Nutrition Guide, right? This little thing. We all know how I feel about this thing and what I've said in the past about it. So, if everybody's opened it up and had a chance to read it yet, I'm going to go through it here to make life easier for all of you. A little bit. Not a lot. A little bit. Just a little easier. Put in a little work. Read the thing. Page 2 and 3, read it. Okay, read the words. Don't just look at the pictures and calculators and stuff. Read the words. Okay, he has this thing here called a simple plan. He breaks it down. It's very simple. You get hungry, you put food in your mouth, you chew it up, you swallow it. You work out, you feel awesome. Simple as that, right? He makes that sound real freaking easy. It is real freaking easy. You get hungry, you put food in your mouth, you eat it, you stop complaining. Healthy food. It's called intuitive eating. Instead of just impulse eating, it's called intuitive eating. You get hungry, you eat whole healthy foods. That's step 1. Step 2, exercise often. Step 3, listen to your body. If you need more food, eat it. It has to be healthy. If it's not healthy, return to step 1, eat healthy foods. Okay, basic stuff here. This is like second grader stuff right there. Just put food in your body as long as it's healthy, right? Now, for those of you that want to follow a real balanced, calculated macronutrient diet, follow the actual plan. Calculate your blocks. Plan that stuff. Eat. I've done that. I know this works. It's just a matter of doing it. You can work out, do a lot of P90X3. It's not going to help you unless you're eating right. So go through this, read it all together. He's going to have a couple pages for you talking about all the different things and the benefits of eating and times to eat and how to measure food and what to eat and combinations and all that kind of stuff. It's going to talk about water, H2O, very important, how much water is enough water. And it tells you some good times, some good key basic things, like simples, the basics. Take it back to the basics. Drink 8 to 12 ounces of water 15 to 30 minutes prior to exercise. 4 to 8 ounces of water every 15 minutes during exercise. And then beyond that, it gives you like a thorough calculation on how much water you should be drinking. But basically, the way I see it, drink a gallon a day, right? This way, if you have the mindset of drink a gallon a day, even if you don't finish that gallon, chances are you drank enough water. So you're good to go. The Beachbody Water Bar. This is new. This is something that hasn't been available before with other programs. You know what I mean? It talks about different ways to spruce up your water, to make it a little bit better, more fun, if you have the time for that. Basically, I just say, hey, drink ice cold water. It's good for you. When to eat, that's the next topic. All right, so there's a lot of different things here you can read about why eating certain times, certain things is important. Caffeine and alcohol, next page. We're on page 12 now. Should you consume them? No. All right, I'm not going to read that entire blurb. Chances are you shouldn't be consuming them. You should limit that. If you are going to have coffee, I'm looking forward to here. I'm pretty sure that it says 1 a day is okay. And 2 or 3 hours of work can potentially increase your metabolism, boost performance, and help with mental, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so limit caffeine and alcohol, right? You want to limit that as much as possible. I'd go alcohol-free for 90 days if I were you. Get a real transformation. Your body does a whole lot different with no alcohol. I did that. And again, it says ultimate choice is yours, blah, blah, blah. If you are going to have coffee, keep it black, all right? Black coffee, no sugar, no sweeteners, not even artificial sweeteners, and no dairy products, no creamers, no nothing. All right, just drink it black coffee. That's it. Don't put none in your coffee. Cheat foods. A little blurb there about cheat foods, but people can't control themselves with cheat foods. And really, mentally, it's just a distraction. It's an excuse. It's an excuse for people to do the things they know they shouldn't be doing, right? So they find a way to justify it. Just don't have any cheat meals for the next 90 days. It's that simple. Don't have a cheat meal. All right. Reward yourself on day 90. Okay. Work towards that day. No excuses. Don't you want to go through a challenge and really experience the what if scenario? No, I don't, right? So at the end of the challenge, you can't say, I didn't do better. What if I had done this? No, you're going to do awesome. We're not going to cheat for 90 days, all right? And then on day 90, you can go out and take pictures of your entire celebration of cheating, whatever you want to call it. Toss all the junk we go through here. Organics, okay? So now the next page is dedicated towards organics. You don't need to eat organic, but it doesn't hurt, okay? Obviously, organic is good. It's a little bit more expensive, but as long as you're eating healthy and you're eating clean, you're eating whole foods. Personally, we don't eat organic all the time. We have certain things that we do eat organic. It's nothing scientific. It's just really, we just go whatever's on sale we buy, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, we're still health conscious and keep track of everything, and that's it. So the next few pages talks about supplements and P90X3, all the different supplements and protein bars and things you can do. Why are you giving me that weird look? Then we have the 2 pages of Shakeology. So you got all the supplements and your Shakeology right there.
What are you doing?
Making a video.
Oh, okay.
P90X3 meal guide.
What's that?
Breakdown. What? You're not eating that right now. Say hi.
Oh.
That way on that screen. Alright, step 1. How much do I eat?
All of it.
Eat it all. We said that, but it has to be good stuff. Alright, so take the nutrition quiz here on the next page. Page 19 is your nutrition quiz. Okay, so answer those questions. See what number you get, right? And on the next page, you take that number and you figure out which meal calorie plan you're going to be on. So you have plan A through F, okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different caloric meal plans that you can follow. Most people are going to fall in the first 4, plan A through D, okay? Most men are going to fall in C, D, and E, right? Most women are going to fall in B, C, D, and around there, right? So then you have very few people that are going to fall into plan A, very few people that are going to fall into plan E and F. So plan accordingly, make sure you do that calculation, and basically remember that the way this works is you have to trust the process, right? So your body needs certain number of macronutrients, certain percentages. People say following calories does not work, this, and that, blah, blah. They're wrong. It's all a mathematical equation at the end of the day. So you need to know what you're putting in your body. Those people who say that are people who know what they're putting in their body and how much and how often and what it's doing to their body scientifically. We don't, so we follow things like this. Okay, we're not pros. So it gives you examples and it introduces you to the meal plans, right? So here you go. Plan A, breakfast, snack. They even go as far as breaking it down for you on how many blocks you should eat at each meal if you wanted to do that. So it's pretty freaking simple. Basically, it's telling me, all right, I'm on plan D. If I calculated correctly the other day, I'm going to double check it tomorrow, but I'm on plan D. Right, so it says for breakfast have 3 proteins, 5 carbs, 2 fats. Right, so boom, I would go through the next few pages, talk about measuring your food. Talks about micromanagement systems, how to measure with your hands if you have to, what a fingertip is, a thumb, a palm, half palm, a fist. This way, you know, you might not be somewhere where you have access to a measuring cup or something, and you certainly don't want to be standing in a fast food restaurant and just say, hey, can you slap that chicken breast on my hand so I can measure it out? No, but like you get an idea visually on measuring stuff. What to eat, carbs and fat, protein, oh my. It breaks down the carbs, right? It explains to you a little bit about carbs. It explains to you about fats, proteins over the next few pages here. Make sure you read that. How these foods all work with P90X3. How to mix and match your macronutrients. Talks about, that's your block system that you're following, your breakdowns, your percentages of each category that you're eating. And don't forget about variety. It's talking about here. P90X specialized diet modifications. So you have options here. There's a lot of people out there that need different options, right? So you have a grain-free meal plan you could follow. You have the vegetarian option. You have the vegan option, and the standard American diet, which is pretty much covers all aspects of if you have a way of eating that you need to follow, you can still tag along and use the P90X3 meal plan. Restaurant options, okay. Going out to eat. We all go out to eat. People use that as an excuse. Well, I'm going out to eat, but they're not going to have healthy stuff. What should I eat? You got some options there. All right, so here you go. You have your P90X3 food lists, right? So it gives you the entire list. Let's look at carbohydrates here. The non-starchy vegetable carbs, and you have pages here, lists, and it breaks it down to you the healthiest, the healthier, and the healthy options. So you know, if you're picking from the top of the list here, you're in good hands, right? You want that dark orange, and it tells you the measurements in terms of macros or the way of your hand. To measure, and then it goes on to the next category: starchy vegetable carbs, fruit carbs. It really breaks down all the different categories: legume carbs, beverage carbs, grain carbs. So this is kind of like similar to the Body Beast meal plan too. They break it down pretty intense. They've taken it a step further here. Your fats, your proteins on page 37 here, and after that, it starts talking about what's next, becoming an intuitive eater. You know what I mean? How it affects your lifestyle, your mood, your attitudes, your energy, things like that. Then we go into little extras, food pairings, right? Everybody loves extras. Gives you some ideas here for breakfast. Boom, boom. Lunch and dinner options. Boom. If you want to just follow a meal plan kind of like T25 style where they tell you what to make, you have this option here as well. I like to figure it out myself and use the block system and follow the macros that they offer. Spices and herbs and stuff like that. So a lot of you substitute hot sauce into a lot of things. Make sure you read the section here that talks about hot sauce and how it could affect you. So it's specific in terms of what kind of hot sauce you should use. Dressings, prepping ahead, tells you which things are good to prepare in advance. We meal prep everything once a week. We cook for the entire week, so I suggest maybe you start giving that a shot. Talks here about cooking techniques: grilling versus broiling, baking, roasting, sauteing, pan frying, stuff like that. Telling how your meats cook. Vegetables, steaming techniques, sauteing, pan frying, roasting, and vegetables. So it really goes into depth here, different things that you can do to switch things up, keep things interesting, you know what I mean? Calories and grams. Oh, this is nice. Breaking down the grams so you can see how much you're getting instead of calories. That's more MyFitnessPal oriented type of thing right there. Speaking of MyFitnessPal, make sure you're using that to track all of this to make sure it's adding up to not only the number of calories that you're supposed to be eating, but the number of proteins, to carbs, to fats that you should be eating. Because when you buy different brands, things add up a little bit differently. What else? Beachbody Nutrition Team. They introduce everybody there. And then that's it for the meal plan portion. So that was just a quick little walkthrough on the guide. Put it together. Really get into it. Figure out your specific plan. Figure out what you want to eat. I suggest maybe doing like a weekly menu and switch it up every week. This way you don't get tired and you keep it interesting. And I have to read it through one more time fully to see if they're switching it up on the different phases. But I'm assuming we're just going to have to recalculate at the completion of each phase and take it from there. So it's going to be like you can do phase 1 of the workout program and be on plan D of the meals, and then you do your calculation over again, and it might put you at a different category. You might need more food, you might need less food, but most of the times it tends to stay the same. unless you're close in the beginning. It'll probably, excuse me, tired, time to sleep. But on the other P90X programs, the diet would change after each workout block is completed. So, the first month would be one meal plan, then the second month would be a different meal plan. But it doesn't look like they're doing that here, so this is just pretty much lifestyle eating. This is how you should eat forever. You can take this information and adjust it as needed, listening to your body like it says, and just eat like this your entire life, and they have some amazing foods on here. I'm just looking at the list now, like, this is incredible. Like, I want this stuff right now. um, Italian spiced grilled tilapia, rotisserie chicken breast sandwich, Asian spiced tofu, corn tortillas, Cobb salad. I mean, the breakfast options. Um, ooh, this is all good stuff. Good stuff right here. Make sure you have your Shakeology accounted for in your blocks, your macros that they give you. So when you hear everybody referring to macros, you now know what we're all talking about, the breakdowns. That's it. Enjoy this. Read through it. Let's ask each other questions. Let's see if we can figure things out together, and get creative. I'm excited to see everybody's pictures of food once they start cooking things and taking pictures and see how it's working out for everybody. So try to switch the menu up every week. This way you keep it fresh, and literally just cook enough. Cook enough for the entire week. This way you don't slip up. It really works. Freeze what you have to. Keep everything else in containers in your refrigerator. Get a lot of Tupperware, so start buying your Tupperware now. And that's it. Less cooking for you, more time for you throughout the week. Make sure you get those workouts in and follow that meal plan. Eat every couple hours and drink all the waters. All the waters. I'm excited. Start talking about which plans you're all going to be on in terms of your eating, and maybe you can buddy up with people on similar plans as you, and work it out that way. All right. Peace out, everybody. Hope this was helpful.